Anywho, sorry. Okay, that was a lot of chatting. Chatting and not stratting.
Yeah, we got to get to the Strat Chat.
Strat Chat.
Yes, so should we go ahead and just get started? Because I fear if we start talking about like what we're going to talk about, we're going to miss some good things that we're going to talk about.
Sounds good to me. All right, I'll get us going. Mm-hmm. You guys know the routine, right?
Sure.
We're super professional. Hey, Mario Karters and Frenzy fans, welcome to our channel.
We've got a Strat Chat episode tonight where we've got some of our favorite Frenzy fans.
Frenzy friends.
Frenzy friends, Frenzy family members. We're all Frenzy fans at heart.
Something like that.
So welcome back, you guys. So we got PepperRabbit and Firestorm and TorchieTorch. How you guys doing tonight?
Awesome.
Amazing.
Doing good.
Always love a city tour.
Today's the first day of the LA 2022 tour. What are you guys' like initial thoughts? You guys probably have already seen our reaction video. What are your guys' kind of initial reactions to the tour?
I think it's I kind of went through some of the tracks already. Like I haven't unlocked anything, but what I've gone through so far, I really think the ACR scoring might be down this tour.
Yeah.
Because so Alex Young put out, I think it was 18 tracks actually have coin box on them.
Right.
So I think that's a little bit down from what it normally is. And I was just kind of driving through. I'm like, these are not easy tracks to just nonstop and hit high action counts and just go on. And in Frenzy Fanboy, I was looking at your loadouts this morning. I was like, oh, that's brutal. But I'm just thinking like someone in your position versus anyone else. I mean, I really think this tour specifically is going to really see a downtick for that top 1,000 cutoff, because those people usually don't have like very intricate loadouts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you guys think the whole daily select shenanigans is going to affect people's willingness to invest too this week?
I think it already is. I mean, I think people are really hesitant. I'm super hesitant. I know that there's been like a split. I forgot who was talking about it this morning. Maybe it was SteadFit, what I watched, but I know that they were talking about like, there's kind of these two schools of thought, like of where some people are like, oh, this is good because it shrinks the gap. But then I'm more on the side of like, I really need the tickets. I'm pretty much gold pass. Like, I'm like, I just need them available. And even now, I mean, I think I'm going on, I think day 5 or 6 with nothing like in my shop yet.
Yeah,
and so, I mean, I think it's going to change a lot for Gold Pass people. I think it's going to hurt us a lot, actually. So more so than the whales, because like the whales, some whales, and even kind of like the dolphins we talked about a little bit, it's like they can just be like, well, I guess I'm going to pull this pipe a bunch and just like reset, like get the character reset, and just try to get it with 450 rubies as many times as I can. Like, and so I cannot do that.
So what's your daily selects like? Like, do you have everything maxed out in order to optimize?
Don't.
Okay.
I mean, like for me, I'm trying to remember. So in a quick thing, it's like back when level 7 hadn't been introduced, I mean, I hit all of my stuff maxed out, like all of the base supers and normals.
Okay.
All done to level 6 like a month and a half before they announced level 7. And I was like, oh, this is amazing. And I'm getting tickets like almost every day, like every other day I'm getting tickets. I'm like, this is great. And then they announced level 7. And I was actually just looking at this morning at my thing, like the gap is massive, like how big it went from level 6 to level 7, like to actually max out all your stuff. I still don't have all my supers. All my normals are done.
Okay.
But I think my carts and drivers are not. My base drivers are, but not my premium super. Like premium base super, premium base super's done. Premium super is not. And so I'm still scraping, and I'm still pretty far on carts. Like I'm pretty far away from that.
You and I are in the same boat, it sounds like, as far as our daily selects.
So you're probably getting about like what, 6 like spots that are consistently at least giving you tickets though?
Oh yeah,
5, 6?
for sure. Yeah. So I actually, of the, what are there, 9 spots, I think, right?
Correct.
So like of the 9 spots, I think 6 of them almost consistently are a ticket. And so, but I have pretty bad luck with high-end tickets like already.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's rough.
yeah.
For me, I have a little bit of a different view than everyone on this, and I never know how well this stuff's going to be received, but
Hashtag unpopular opinion.
Right, yeah.
yeah,
It's welcome
Right.
here, Torchy Torch.
But for me specifically, more than the quantity of tickets, I think it's the variety of tickets that's really going to impact people, because I know for me specifically, like I was okay like bypassing a cart ticket or something like that, and I would really focus on the driver tickets and be able to be picky about what I would get, or when I would have a stash of tickets going, I'd be like, okay, I have 10 driver tickets, but I have like 2 or 3 of one of the other categories. So I would actually focus on buying those, and since they would still pop up somewhat routinely. And I think that's the real impact for me, is that now when I see a high-end ticket, I'm like, okay, I have to buy you because I'm not 100% sure when the next one's going to show up.
Yep.
Instead of being picky on the variety of what's showing up in my shop. And that for me is where the real strategy is starting to shift, because I don't know what's going to be available, how many is going to be available day to day. And yeah, you're right on this, the stashing and hoarding part. I was just thinking about pulling for Charging Chuck, but in a normal situation before this happened, I'd be like, he's 6. He's going to be 6 like right away. I know I have the tickets. I know I'm going to get the tickets to kind of replenish that supply. But now I'm like, I don't have to do that with it. Even if I pull for him, I don't have to do that right now, because I have other pieces that can kind of claim those spots.
I wonder if level 4 is going to be the new level 6, right? Where people would just be like, oh yeah, I'll just go ahead and save it to level 6. But now, especially with like the plus items where you get like the extra, you know, for lucky 7, like you get a coin whenever you do a lucky 7, or coin box, you get the red coins. I wonder if now like people are going to be a little bit more conservative, like, oh, it's only 4 tickets to get level 4 where you get that advantage, whereas 6 is like.
And think of how
another
much farther level 7 looks right now because of it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, 14 tickets.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems
Crazy.
I have a stash of 10 driver tickets, and I'm like sitting in the corner like I'm Gollum. Like, you're my
Right.
precious. Nobody needs to
Seriously.
know
Yeah.
PepperRabbit, what's your take on all of it?
For the shop, I am almost done all the normal items.
Okay.
So I have all the normals done, all the normal super driver done, and the normal and premium super gliders. I am 2 away for the super carts.
Nice.
So I don't know if you guys seen the Reichenbach's calculator for the shop tickets. For your, it's like something that came out like 2 weeks ago or so at this point, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to be getting over 5 tickets per tour, but I've been getting 3 per tour the past 2 tours since this thing's been active.
Yeah.
So I haven't had the luck with it. So I'm trying to max out the last category I need to get over 6.
Yeah, to try and help you get.
Yeah. I'm at the moment 2 driver and 2 cart tickets for high-end category. So I haven't gotten any of the tour high-end tickets yet. So I'll be up to, I think, 4 driver tickets, 4 cart tickets, and 1 glider ticket at the end of this.
Okay.
Okay.
And,
I
okay, can we
don't
go
remember.
around Robin one more time, just because I tend to forget. But can we
Okay.
go around? What is everybody's like spending habits with the game? Are you free to play, gold pass, an occasional pack, a whale?
Sure. So I guess since I was talking last, I can just
Yeah.
keep continuing. So I am probably Dolphin Gold Pass, I
Okay.
guess. I when I spend money on the game, it's usually something that helps my account.
Yeah.
So like something the last time I bought was the Mario Tuxedo Grand Bandwagon pack. It helped my level 4 tuxedo get to level 5, and then I gave a couple extra tickets to get to 6, for instance. And Grand Badwagon was already 6, and I got it 3 times, so it got to 6. 6 and 3 out of 5, and then I gave it 2 extra tickets to get to level 7.
Cool.
So something like that's how I spend my real money. Sometimes I'll go for this is the first time I went for like a bad driver with a glider or something, and that was in the Halloween tour with the Magic Parasol. So I a speculative buy, but it seemed to be paying off, I guess, for my account. But they're like any of the packs this tour, I'm not going to buy because they don't help my account at all. So I'm skipping for that. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
And my disclaimer is if nobody wants to actually reveal what they are, you're free to opt out. But I feel like I watch these videos sometimes and I have no idea. I'm like, are they a well?
Yeah.
Because I feel like so many times like our strategies and our opinions and our belief systems are totally based off of like our individual experience and what we are doing with the game. And I feel like sometimes you like hear someone, you're like, oh, I need to take on that strategy, but really it's a completely different strategy because it's a different game.
Yeah. So I popped open the Los Angeles Tour high-end ticket distribution.
Yeah.
So based on if you're free to play, or if you're Gold Pass only, or if you are like Gold Pass Plus, these are the amount of tickets that are available and all the different things. So it's less than last tour because last tour, since it was a versus tour, the token shop, you got a whole set, right? So everything kind of like moved up one. So it's interesting.
The best part about a versus tour.
Yeah.
So interesting thing is there's only one glider ticket, but on the flip side, there's no brand new glider introduced at all this entire tour. So it's kind of like, the tickets that you would use, you would have to put them on something that you already have. So it's not like there's a brand new thing, and then they're only giving you one ticket total to like only get it to level 2, if that's the case. So anyway, just something to keep in mind.
It's a good perspective though, because how many tickets does it take to take something from like brand new to level 6?
9.
So in this scenario, if you're not getting, let's say you're getting nothing, you have nothing maxed out, so you're not getting anything in your daily selects, you're looking at what, 4.5 tours before you can afford?
Yeah, so this changes from tour to tour.
That's
but
true.
If this were to be the same tour after tour, then it would.
Crap.
No, because last tour you actually got 5 driver tickets.
Okay.
Just from the
That's right.
Kind of how they stagger like the total points and the premium challenge. They kind of rotate those tickets tour after tour.
That makes sense.
So
yeah, 3 to 4 tours though. I mean, that's kind of the number.
Yeah.
If you're not getting anything extra to be able to take something to level 6, it's crazy. Firestorm, what do you categorize yourself as?
Yeah, I was Gold Pass only for a really long time, probably the first year and a half of the game from day one, and then I started buying a pack very, very same as Pepper. Like if something was like, oh, this really advances my account, I will consider it. And that's kind of where I'm at now. So I'd say, I rarely buy the $40 packs. I mean, very rarely. I'll buy a $20 pack every few months or so.
Okay.
I have made a few extra purchases this year because I got some, Christmas, just like anybody, some Christmas money, maybe some birthday money coming along. And so I love it. Yeah. Little treat yourself day. And so I've gotten a couple things.
Treat yourself.
That's right. I love Parks and Rec so much.
TorchieTorch.
But yeah, so Go Pass Plus. And I was pretty shocked. I was pretty shocked that Premium Challenges Plus didn't come back this tour, because I really thought that because they changed the numbers, I thought that they'd be like, all right, we're going to start doing Premium Plus every single tour.
Yeah.
And to get more people to buy stuff.
This thing was, but they didn't offer it.
So that was weird, and
even
it made me
wanted to pay him $15, they're like, nah.
I know. I was like, it made me get all conspiracy theory, like you were talking on card on Kart Talk the other day because I was like, what are they doing? Like, they're doing something weird here. Because if they wanted to make money, they easily could, and just introduce Plus every single tour, and they could introduce Plus and be like, hey, 3 uses, and people would just buy up that stuff like crazy.
Yeah,
so they're
like
definitely
that.
trying to slow it down. I mean, they're trying to slow things down. So for some reason.
Yeah. TorchieTorch, what about you?
Yeah, I'm probably the oddest person of the group, or even that I've heard talk is, and I just usually buy something if I don't have it.
Yeah.
And I'll honestly say the second week of this tour is probably the first time I don't think I'll do that, because I'm definitely taking a closer look at what the coverage is now, and now that I feel like my account's like really advanced. Like the Surf Sailor is something that I don't have. I think that's coming in with Daisy Swimwear.
Okay.
And so I don't have the cart. And normally I'd be like, oh, I don't have the cart, so I would just get the pack, and then that would be one more piece of my inventory that's filled out. But now I'm looking at it like I don't need it, I don't want it, and that's not really something that'll take me that step further. And again, maybe something that Mario is not thinking about is that if they are not giving the tickets for me to even consider leveling up, why do I want to add one more level 1 or to be completely honest, a level 3 thing to my account?
Yeah.
That I can't do anything more with. So that's great. I can get it to level 3, but what the hell am I going to do with it after it gets to level 3 if there's no tickets showing up there?
So get this, last night,
Yeah.
I was all the way up until like the last minute, seriously debating whether or not to get the Explorer Peach and Romby Runner banner.
Oh yeah, I didn't do it.
And because like everyone's like hooting and hollering over the Ramby Runner and like how great it is, and like
We both
it's
don't have
great
it.
coverage,
Mhm.
and like its hitbox is awesome. And I just kept on looking at like the coverage, and it's got like a gazillion tracks, like 29, 30 tracks, something like that. But of all of its tracks, if you were to take out all the tracks that I already have a level 6 or level 7 cart on, it was only
There's one
one
left.
track.
Wow.
And so I would put so the idea is like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and buy the pack in order to be able to unlock the capability of putting tickets onto this
Something-
new item. But is putting 9 tickets on this one item for one track that actually wasn't in the tour, like, is that really smart? So I ended up passing on it. Like,
Yeah.
it was
Smart.
it was literally just the so okay, at the beginning of the tour, you and I were talking when we were in Vegas. I was like, I don't even care, just collectability. It just looks so cool. I just want to be able to like run around with it every now and again. But I did that with the jukebox, and I've only raced it like 2 or 3 times. Granted, the 2 or 3 times that I have raced it, it is really cool. Like all the lights and stuff that go on in it and stuff. But so then the thing was like, okay, like I have done it for collectability before, but honestly, like I've got so many level 1 carts,
And level 2.
and
So
I've
much.
put tickets on carts before that just haven't really panned out like really well. And so I ended up pulling back, and
Yes.
I didn't do it because of just like all these kind of extraneous things that just it wasn't making sense for me to do it. So I mean, take it for what it's worth, Mario, but because we all know he's watching.
Yep.
And 700 other people.
Yep.
That's right.
We can't get 1,000 subscribers, but Mario's tuning in.
Mario is also holding this channel back.
Right? Yeah.
Mario, come on.
Mario, give me my
They,
subscribers and my daily
hey.
likes back.
I know for sure. I'd be willing to bet money that Nintendo or DNA has interns or somebody that they're like, hey, you guys need to watch all this stuff.
Wouldn't
I
that be
think
the
they
best
do.
job in the world? I would love.
I
to
do
work
think
for
they
Nintendo
have.
and,
I think
just
they have
watch
somebody
YouTube
like that.
videos all
I
day
mean,
long.
when I worked at Marvel years ago, I worked at Marvel back in the day. I mean, they were sending me onto YouTube and places. They're like, hey, keep up with these guys. Keep up, see what they're talking about, see what these guys are talking about, what ideas are they talking about. I mean, they do have those people, like those interns exist, and I bet you DNA has them too. So
Makes sense.
Hello, intern.
Yeah.
You know, it makes me think. It makes me think. I think it was Abdallah way back in the day. He was like intern 4 or something, like intern number 4.
Intern
like,
number 4.
That's right.
So if you
So-
are listening, intern number 4,
That's right.
thanks for doing the space tour from Frenzy Fangirls suggestion and my Bowser Castle in the middle of the holiday tour.
Oh,
The
it's
new
such
Bowser
an
ult.
awesome prediction.
When I was going over the year of videos, I was like, oh, I have to include this one because it was just so perfect when I had said it like a month prior on Kart Talk, and everyone's like, shut up.
Studfit's reaction was the best. He's like, that's because you like Bowser. Okay, they could do that with any alt.
Yeah.
They did that exact thing. I was so
We're just lucky.
So
that's
awesome.
all.
Seriously, that was funny.
It probably happens to everyone, but we actually just notice when it happens to us.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's right.
Okay. All right. So now for the meat of the episode, the Strat Chat.
Yes.
I guess this was kind of good just to
That was-
kind of get out
No,
in
it
the
plays into
open
our
what-
strategy.
what everyone's thinking. Yeah, as far as like,
Yeah.
because tickets is a big part of it.
Yep.
So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a little familiar with the Frenzy Fan calculator that's available on the Discord.
Okay.
And I think TorchieTorch and PepperRabbit played around with it a little bit on our first episode. And so Firestorm, do you have it downloaded and ready to kind of?
I do. What do you think the best way for me to do it is? Should I just pull it up on screen share on my computer? Or do you guys want me to do it on my phone?
So I guess if you want to like kind of hop back and forth from the actual like Mario Kart Tour app, so we can see what your loadout is, it might be best to do it from your phone.
Yeah.
And then if you're comfortable just going back and forth from the two apps, the Google Sheets.
For sure.
and
For
Mario Kart
sure.
Tour.
And we'll cut this
Me
part
too.
out. So
You can show
everybody
us
get your
everything.
wiggles out.
That's right. There we go. Let me-
Nope. Now I'm not cutting it out.
Pepper Rabbit and I got this.
You're making it too hard to edit.
No, Pepper Rabbit.
No,
Joined in on the
it's
fun.
I did.
Okay. So let me go join up,
Gotta wiggle. There you go.
and then
This is what I do with my clients mid-meeting. Like, come on, guys.
Listen up.
I'm just gonna wiggle around a little bit.
I do it all the time. I have a yoga mat in my office, and mid-client meeting, I'll be like, "Hold on, I'm gonna do some yoga, but I can hear you. Keep talking." It happens.
All
Right.
right, there you go. So now we got Firestorm's screen up here.
that's right. So I guess I can go to my. Should I go to my game?
Let's
first?
actually go to the calculator real quick. Let's make sure that we got
Calculator.
all of our initial assumptions in.
Yes. Oh, actually, yeah. I got to change my.
Yeah. So that's the
Little
first thing. If you're
high
new to the
level.
channel or new to the calculator, when you download it, make sure that you make a copy of it. And can you actually kind of go through how you make a copy of it on your phone?
Yeah.
'Cause if
I
you
actually
originally
already
pull it
let's
up,
see.
it says like view only, and you can't change anything. So if
Yeah.
you go to the three dots
Three
in the
little
upper right
dots.
corner,
That's right.
and then share and
Wait.
export.
I think share and export, make a copy.
Yeah.
Make a copy.
Yep.
So yeah, so right down there at the bottom. So
And then it'll bring up like here you go.
So here's
It'll ask
another
you
one.
like where, or if you're already in the account. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in my account already, but
Okay.
Frenzy Fangirl, what's your player level now?
Oh yeah, there's a little rivalry going on.
Well,
A little race between TorchieTorch's player level and Frenzy Fangirl's player level.
Well, but do you remember when I announced he was gonna kick my trash?
Let's see if he actually is.
That was really loud. So I played hardly at all the past 2 weeks.
132.
I hear an excuse. That's what.
So many
Did
excuses.
somebody move your keys?
No, I just decided not to play the game. I was like, I need a mental health week. 132. What are you at?
136.
I'm telling you.
Almost there.
No, last week. Okay, we're off topic now. But last week, I didn't even get my 900,000 coins because I just
Points.
didn't. Yeah.
If only we could get 900,000 coins every tour.
That'd be
I
cool.
didn't even get my 900,000 points. I was like at 800,000, 805.
pay 150,000.
Done.
There we go. My brain is tired. I was at that, and I was just like, I do not have the energy, nor do I care right now. That's about where I was at last week on a mental state. So,
Yeah.
Sorry, Firestorm.
Okay,
Hey,
back to Firestorm.
You guys are good. You guys are good. I mean, we're here to hang out, right?
Yep.
That's what it's all about.
Okay, so you got your player level in there, and then
Yeah, player level, yeah.
the actions. So this action cell is a little different than it used to be. Do you remember? It's got the two values in there. What the deal is with the two values?
That's right. So like if you have a plus item, you're typically you're gearing for that higher number.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a non-plus item, your driver has a non-plus item, that you're looking at the lower number, right?
So let's take a look at your drivers then.
Yeah. And over to the game. Right. I did play a little bit today. I actually took a couple screen recordings, but I haven't done a ton, to be honest. But I got really lucky with Daisy Swimwear saving me.
amazing.
Now, did you pull her
and so-
originally when she was first introduced to the game, or did you get her in the packs that were
I did.
a couple
She
weeks
was
ago?
so my strategy in 10 seconds a long time ago was I would very rarely pull on these characters ever, but I typically do a YOLO pull each tour. So I'll just do like a YOLO 45, and there'd be characters I'd get, just random characters. She was literally in a YOLO 10, got her.
That's amazing.
Lucky.
And so I mean, and then I took her to 3, I think, that tour. And then this past time when it was Cactar and her, I was like, all right, I had some gift money, and I was like, I'm getting that pack. And so I got it, then used another ticket and took her to 4.
That's awesome.
There you go.
So yeah, so she's my driver, and there's old Cactar at 4.
That's nice that they did that.
I didn't make that connection
That
till
was
just
the
now.
pack that she just came out in, and then they
Yeah.
offer that.
That's
for
pretty cool,
both
yeah.
Driver, and that's actually
sure.
kind of gives me a little warm fuzzy on the inside.
'Cause,
Thanks,
like-
Mario.
Yeah, I mean, the cart selection on these cities is hard too. I mean, these aren't.
I do not
I
have
guess
a card.
Cactar is great, but
Yeah, Sammy D opened it up, and he doesn't have a card either. And
yeah.
he's been playing the game for like since day 2 or something, whatever.
Oh well, we'll get there. You guys will see if we get into my stuff. But so then I got old Starry here, which I've been wanting to take to 6 for a long time, but I just haven't gotten around to it. But yeah.
Cool.
So
Do
that's
you
a
think
little
you're
down.
going to, since it's a T track?
I just don't have the tickets right now. I can tell you guys really quick. I thought we were going to have another strat chat last tour where it was like a recap, but I very last minute on the first half of the tour of the Versus tour, I was doing all my tracker stuff, and I looked and I went into the same thing that Brolo was talking about, how I noticed that with Wario Mustache, if I took it to 6 right away, it like covered of its 8 tracks that it had, 6 of them, it became the best glider
Wow.
over several supers that I just still had supers lingering.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm doing it. So I
Yeah.
just I maxed it out, even though it's just I think it's so hideous.
Yeah.
But I was like, it's so good for me to just start straight up as the best glider on 6 courses.
Yeah.
And then keep getting buffed. So I went all in on it instead of going on Starry, because Starry's been good for me, but it does have some crossover with my account. Like there are quite a bit of little crossovers. So yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Well, let's go ahead and pop those into the calculator then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
And what do you guys think? Is triple banana, now that you actually get during the frenzy a bunch of bananas instead of just the 6 that like despawn, is that considered a plus skill now? Or is it not?
I don't know if they're officially saying it, but I mean, I've had some really, really good runs with it. Like very good. Especially you guys will see if we show my recording.
Yeah.
There is a corridor in LA Ops that's very tight. And I've gotten triple banana there, and it's just like getting a giant banana. Like you just lay them all through there. And so I mean, it's pretty legit.
Okay. So what action count are you kind of anticipating here then?
I mean, I don't know if I can hit the 170. I mean, I probably can, but I'm probably just going to be 160. That's typically what I'll do, is just be like, all right in the middle is a good good, at least for my account and my skill level, right in the middle is typically a good challenge.
Yeah.
And so I'll challenge myself to get 160 most
And
of
if you
the
get the
time.
160 early and you're like, oh, that actually wasn't too bad, then you can, bump it up and then see,
Exactly.
if you're willing to grind it for, another 18 hours or something to get the extra 20 actions, then you can.
So that's a good
there.
point. Frenzy Fan Guy, where do you pull that number from? The 170, 150 that you're kind of viewing as the target?
That's a good question. So on these courses where it's a brand new course, I like to get the calculator out on the first day. But the first day, we wake up early and we do their tour reaction, and then I have to head off to work for 10 hours and we want to get it out on that first day. So what I actually do is I'll wait for the ACR heat map that I think DKR puts out. I apologize if I got that wrong. Anyway, they have, it's a heat map. And so based on whether you're using a plus skill driver or a not plus skill driver, that little heat map thing will kind of move up and down the action count grid, I guess you could say. And so the reason it's called a heat map is because there's a range of actions that go from red, which is like the bottom portion of the amount of actions you can expect, versus green, and then yellow in between. And the green is like, if you're to get every single coin, every single ramp, every single everything, plus like 2 coin box frenzies and a coin frenzy, right? The person that puts it together, he kind of runs through it to begin with, and he gets a good range of what the expected counts should be. And so what I actually do is I'll kind of actually grab a value that's kind of in the yellow, maybe a little bit biased towards the green, and use that as the higher number here. And then I'll switch the driver to a non-plus skill driver, and that heat map changes on the bar, like on the other sheet. And then there's going to be another value that I'll take probably in like the yellow to kind of greenish area, and I'll pop that in there. So the tracks though that do return, that I've played a lot before in previous tours, I do have a whole big spreadsheet with, I think, close to like 1,000 like times that I've recorded, like I've got good runs on all these various courses. I'll take an average, or like a good kind of,
average.
Yeah, like action count average. And then I'll use that. But the thing that I like about that though is I actually do calculate what my bonus points per action are, and I'll put that in as a kind of default for the bonus points per action. So on these ones where I haven't run it, if it's a T track, I'll usually put it at 64. If it's not a T track, I'll put it at like 56 or 58.
And then for the new tracks, if you start racing it or the community comes out and we realize like, oh, we're way off, we'll usually make an announcement and be like, hey, go update it.
Yeah, but it's easy enough for the user to just kind of change it. If you're like, oh no, actually I'm totally getting like 68 bonus points per action, like over and over and over, you can go ahead and pop that into the calculator. So
cool.
All right, so did you went ahead and put in all the levels and base points of your driver, cart, and glider then?
Yep, all in there.
So 28,225.
And what did you get?
And what do you have right now?
So what I have right now is actually, not bad for, I did not do that many runs. So
Yeah.
I'm at 23.
That's awesome.
And I
So you have
think
about
that,
another 5,000 or so?
yeah, I think that was like 118 actions. So it wasn't a super high. It was pretty low action count. But it was that I really think it's because it was that corridor with the bananas. I got a lot of banana hits in that little corridor.
Yeah. So that's the one thing that I do recommend changing is if you are using like giant banana or these triple bananas, you want to probably add about 5 to 8 more points on the bonus points per action. Because if you can get a lot, if you can get like 20, 25 like banana hits, those are almost at least double, if not more, the amount of points than you would get for like say coins from like a coin box, or like your jumps or your mini turbos or whatever. So that bonus points per action average is going to bump up if you're using banana plus skill. So
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
cool. All right. So
Cool.
what about this second, the RMX Rainbow
Yeah.
Road
So
Tour
this is interesting. This will be fun to share with everyone. So, my best option really right now is old original Mario.
Mm-hmm.
You're not alone.
And so I mean I just unlocked him recently. I was grinding him today because I am so short on driver
points boost.
point boost tickets.
Yeah.
And so I mean none of these guys really to me are guys that I'm like, oh yeah, I'll take him to 6. Baseball would be the only interesting one, only because his coverage is getting good, where he has a good number of tracks. I have the tickets to take him to 6, but I haven't done any of the work yet to figure out, okay, would it actually be worth taking him to 6?
So I'm curious. There's 300 base points difference between your high-end level 4s and your super level 7.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if we can use the calculator to kind of show us like what the points difference would be between the two. So let's go ahead and start off with Mario, because that's kind of what you were saying earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. So
If you're
let's go
maxing it
over
out, it'd be
down here at the
765.
bottom. For double capped, right?
Double capped is 8 something. 890? Or
Single cap. That's right.
which is
Single
where you're
cap
at.
is 765 is where I'm at. So
Yeah.
right.
let's change this guy over to super. 7. And for people that are watching, I mean, the calculator is great. It's just super easy to use. Like even on my phone, it moves super smooth. So I mean, some stuff doesn't work smooth. Like you ever try to open up Bam and Gerbs on your phone? Get ready.
Yeah, so he added some feature functionality that's actually really useful, but it's very calculation intensive. And so, yeah, it does take a little while for it to load up now.
The level didn't change.
So, yeah, the level's still at level 3 there. So let's make sure that we get that to... There we go. Perfect.
There we go. Oh, there we go.
I really appreciate the calculator because it kind of gave me, it helps in 2 ways. Number one, it gave me a goal that I was trying to get to, which helps me just, instead of just looking at my friend list or kind of just grinding for what I think is the best, it kind of gave me a focal point of where I could expect myself to be. But on the other side of it, like when I look at my ranking, I can say, okay, I can reasonably beat you without doing a ton, or I can come very close to where you are with what I currently have, and then
or spending
kind of go. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas before, I would kind of just go through and be like, okay, gonna slap some tickets here, 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 and here, and then we'll just start racing.
Yeah.
And now I can kind of think ahead a little bit of what instead of just saying this is what I will have, I can now say this is what I currently have and what my current expectation is, instead of saying, well, I can just make this investment, this, and this. It's almost like putting everything on a credit card. Like, oh, I want to buy this, and this. And you forget that you have to pay for it later.
Yeah. No, that's the exact reason why, I like the calculator so much and I really wanted to share it with people, was to be able to have kind of that tool available and be like, a lot of times, even if you put tickets on to get something up another level or two, if first place is so out of reach that even if you were to get like the high end on the action counts, it's not going to get you there. You're still going to fall like 5,000 short.
Yeah.
Maybe you just settle for second or third, and just call it good and save it for a rainy day or something. So,
or 10th.
Right.
We've all been there.
like last week for me.
I was there last week as well.
It was brutal.
Yeah, I was looking at Frenzy Fanboy scores, and he would have been 5th in my rank last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got third.
mean, it's just funny. I saw multiple level or tier 70 guys, tier 69 guys that I would have been second or first in their thing, but like literally I think I shared it on the Discord. I mean, I had 9 guys were above 105. So it was like it was just like, okay, I can get to 105 if I really grind, but I'm like, it doesn't do anything for me. So I ended up just being like, I'll just take 10th, take the 5 rubies.
That's
And
what
so,
I did. Yeah. I did that the week we were in Vegas. I was like, if I invest tickets and grind really hard, I can maybe get 5th. I was like, but we're in Vegas and I want to save my tickets, so I'll take 14.
That's right. You're like, I'll gamble somewhere else.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I have the Lunar Cruiser at 4, which
Nice.
I mean, that was my typical, like you were mentioning it earlier, but that's been my thing for a while, is if I really like something, because I was Gold Pass, I'd take it to 4, like almost immediately. I'd just be like, all right, take it to 4, because the cart gets a nice little boost at 4, I believe, or is it? I think it is at 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
1.2 instead of 1.5. 1.5.
Yeah, 1.2 times 3, and so it gets a nice little boost at 4. And so I would typically take things to 4 if I really like them. And then this one, obviously, 8-bit. I got super lucky on this like a long time ago when they first offered it. It was a $20 pack. It was a pack I bought, and I took it to 6 right away to win a ranked. And it has just paid. I mean, it's been like literally over a year of just paying off over and over and over again.
That's awesome.
And I think I triple capped it like 3 or 4 months ago.
It just keeps paying
Just been-
dividends.
Just keeps paying dividends. So
Speculation again with the bad driver and a new glider. I think it was with the Mario Classic. And Mario Classic was not. It's not a good driver. So
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
a good speculation there.
Mhm.
for sure. And so yeah, I mean, it's been good. So I mean, it's offered as a pack. I know if people are buying, I mean, I think it depending on your loadouts, it's a pretty solid glider. If you're like, hey, I want to buy something this tour, I mean, at the $20 pack, I just think
It's kind of
very
hard to
worth
go wrong
it.
with any of the 8-bit gliders. They seem to not overlap very much, and they come in like just like you're saying, like just at the right time. It's like, wow, yes, cool. This is awesome.
Yeah. I've been keeping an eye on the mushroom. I was really close to taking the mushroom up all the way over the mustache, but I did a little analysis and was like, okay, the mustache actually still gives me a better starting point with the amount of tracks that it'll start to get going down the line. So cool. So yeah, so that's 31, and right now I'm at, what am I at? I'm at 31. I had a good, this was a double coin run, I think. I had a double coin frenzy run today. And so, I mean, that's pretty good. 31, 42.
So can we do something?
Yeah.
Will you put into the enter previously calculated score the 31,955? And then change your, I'm just curious.
Here we go.
Base values.
And then change that driver. So if you decided not to use Mario and you decided to use your high end, what
Just
does
like
that?
a level 4 or a,
High
let's
end.
see,
Yeah, it was a level 4 980. You had a couple
level 4 980.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So 2,000 point
Yeah.
deficit off of that.
Yeah.
Now, if you were to take one to, like, say, level 5, let's just say, like, for kicks and giggles, say it was like a triple feature or something.
Yeah.
So then 800 points.
So I think typically where
Yeah.
this strategy, like where you really see a lower high end driver outperforming a high like super, is if that lower high end driver is like a coin box, right? So if you have,
For sure.
because then you'd bump that from the 150 actions to the 180 or what was the option?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would-
because I think all the other drivers, I mean, I will say Yoshi's Egg can get you some insane action counts if you get a good run. I've had some good double Yoshi Egg runs with Reindeer Yoshi and just gotten really lucky. So if I used any of them, I probably would use Yoshi Egg and try to hang back and get a bunch of Yoshi Egg frenzies. So
Yoshi is such an underdog character in this game.
Yeah,
I
underrated.
feel like we need more Yoshi love, you know?
Maybe coming up.
Yeah.
Maybe another month or two.
I mean, I think that Yoshi Egg 2, I feel like it's just like, it reminds me a little bit. It would be a lot stronger if it was like, but not like Banana Barrels where you couldn't get hit by the stuff that's flying out of it.
Yeah.
Obviously, it has the mushroom flying out of it, but I find myself getting. It's like going through a minefield after you've gotten a Yoshi.
All the green
A
shells and
Yoshi
red
egg.
shells that are just sitting
Yeah,
there.
so just like sitting
Bananas.
everywhere. You're just like swerving all over the place.
It's a blessing and a
So, yeah.
curse.
It is. It is. So fun. So yeah. So I'll probably. I mean, I don't even know if we'll see how things plan out. I don't know if you guys saw, but I'm in first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm already in first in my thing, but I know. I mean, I obviously went and snooped on some of the guys, and they can. The people can easily score
Yeah.
much larger scores than they've got right now.
Yep. Still early.
So early, day one. So it's like I don't even start thinking about any of that stuff until like 4 or 5 days in. So
Off the
Cool.
cuff question. Which pinstripes do you like better? The baseball pinstripes or the
Oh.
golfy pinstripes?
I definitely like baseball only because I'm kind of like Sammy a little bit. I'm an old school Nintendo 64 guy all through and through.
Me too.
And so I actually really love Mario Baseball's design. Like he's a cool character, and his number is 64 on his back. It's just sweet. It's a really cool design. I like him a lot. So
I'm a fan.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of these new golf ones. I think they look a little on the silly side.
they do look a little bit silly. Oh, I'm so sad that I didn't get him.
That is sad. But I got him and still have him at level 1 if that makes you feel any better.
I was thinking one more thing with
Yeah.
the daily selects thing as you were talking. I wonder if it makes a difference right now how many people will be like sleeping and go into it last minute like they used
Yeah.
to, because you won't have that sudden influx of tickets that comes at the very end or random times throughout the tour. Instead, you kind of are managing what you currently have, and you can't expect something to come later on. So if you're going to make your investments, you probably make them early on in the tour. So a lot of people's loadouts are going to start showing like right off the bat instead of really waiting till last minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. The past 3 or 4 tours, I mean, I don't know if you guys have experienced this. The past 3 or 4 tours, almost consistently, I have had on day 7, last day of the tour, on every tour, I will have someone jump about 6,000 or 7,000 points, almost consistently. Like where it's the last day, and all of a sudden, boom, they're up 6,000 or 7,000. I'm like, great. I was being lazy, and now I'm like, now I got to go and actually get the really good runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really good runs to beat them. So yeah. But, cool. You guys want me to do the last?
Yeah.
one over here? Let's see.
Of course.
So I got Mr. Meowser over here.
There we are.
So big fan
I
of
love
him.
Meowser.
He's so awesome. He's really great. Yeah, I took him up 6 double cap right away, just like most people. And then they announced the nerf, and I was like, well, I guess I don't feel too bad.
Right.
'Cause it's like he'd be worth it.
Yeah.
Carts, I'm very, very thin. I've been kind of I have the meme card over here.
Did you already buy it from the tier shop?
Sorry,
Sushi. The sushi version?
I did
Okay,
because I'm wondering. Yeah, my plan is right now I'm sitting only at 2 cart tickets, but if a cart ticket pops up in the shop, I'll probably just buy it and put it on here and bump it to 4. Which the Sushi Racer, it's not huge, but it actually had surprisingly bigger size than I thought it did. Now that I've been racing with it a little bit more.
Yeah.
And so, but obviously, Brown Off-Roader is probably your best chance, but very few people have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, got a Sushi Racer I'll probably be going with, and then there's old Mustachio, Wario Mustachio.
Mustachio.
That's right. Yeah.
I like it.
So yeah, so pretty decent. I mean, I should get a pretty decent score on this one. So let me go plug it in. Oh, gotta.
All right, I'm the queen of off topic, but we had this discussion in the Discord a little bit. Rather, we started this discussion and then I got busy at work and I never followed through with it. But what do you guys feel about like food themed carts? I'm so happy. Okay, sushi is my favorite food in the entire world, but I'm so happy the sushi racer does not actually look like a sushi roll. I'm not a fan. Like, don't make this hamburger cart, like it's cool. Like it has a huge hitbox that performs incredible according to what people are saying. But it's a freaking hamburger. Like, why are we riding the hamburger?
Has there been a measurement on the combo cruiser yet?
Not that I know of.
Screenshots to compare it to like an off-roader.
It looks huge.
It looks about the same, but as far as like a pixel measurement, I don't know that that's been done yet.
Yeah, I think the size of it is probably the only thing I like. Like I actually heard Carlos say this morning, and he was mentioning how it was a very stereotypical cart for
So
Americans.
So American.
And
Supersize it.
Yeah. And it's just interesting because he also mentioned like Berlin when it was Lederhosen Luigi and how he said that was incredibly stereotypical. So
Yeah.
it's just one of those things that I never really think about it because I never have traveled to a foreign country unless you want to. Yeah, I've never traveled to a foreign country before, so
Yeah.
I never really like mentally think about like how other countries think of Americans.
Yeah. So do you guys like food carts?
I mean, I think they're a little silly.
I don't mean to deter anyone. Like if you love them, like fight for it, you know?
I don't like food
I do
carts,
not
but I
love them.
love food trucks.
Yes.
Oh, a food truck would be awesome.
That would
They
be
should have done they should have done like even if it was like a reskin of the double decker bus, but then put like a burger on the side,
right.
like a food truck. That would have been pretty cool. I think the food cart is silly. I mean, I think younger kids are gonna be like, "This is awesome,"
Right.
and buy it, and like go for it.
True.
I mean, that is the type of cart when I'm thinking through. I'm always doing audience research with my job, and I'm like, the second I saw that car, I was like, "Oh, 12-year-old me'd be all over that cart." I'd be like pulling like crazy for that thing because it's just awesome and hilarious. So
Yeah.
I mean, they know what they're doing.
They're
So
fun. I like it. Like the macaroon cart. I love macaroons, but like
it's
I
a
don't
silly
think it's
looking
pretty
cart.
to drive.
No, for sure not. For
Okay.
sure. I like.
Sorry.
I think it might be. I forgot if it's Wootmoo or a couple different Knights maybe. I'm kind of like them. I love the like race car. I mean, I think the B Dasher Mark II and all those models are some of the coolest cars in the
Yeah.
game. So, love it.
All right, back
Yeah.
to you. Firestone.
Back to our regular scheduled programming. So yeah, I mean, it says right here, I just put 155. I'm trying to remember. I haven't taken down any action counts yet,
Okay.
but
So you got
this
some room on that one.
I got a lot of room, and this action count was still super low. I'm pretty sure this action count was like 110.
Okay.
So I mean, I think I might be able to go over 155 after I've raced it a few times.
Yeah.
Depending if I can get a double. I think if you're racing Meowser, if you can get a good double coin box frenzy run, once you start racing LA laps, you'll notice it's pretty great for coin boxers because, well, it depends, but it's nice because there's a lot of just lots of straights. So if you can get it at the right time, then you're golden, and you'll you just need to hop around a lot like Carlos. But I mean,
Feels like one where you really have to have those badge bots gone and
Yes.
front run super hard because
my goodness.
like you're saying with those corridors, it's really easy to bunch up and just have other people's items just ping off of each other. I've gotten into a couple of those like groups and you just go from like first or second to eighth in no time.
I was trying to get a recording for you guys on that one, and the bots are just
They're
insane.
brutal on these.
They're insane
LA
on
laps,
these tracks.
too.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I could
Both
not
of 'em.
believe
Both.
how bad it was. So,
All 4 if you've raced the other 2, but
I mean,
all
yeah.
4 of them, the
Yeah,
bots
the
are
2
crazy.
just grind your bots down for sure on these tracks. I mean, that would be
For sure, yeah.
that would be a very, I think, an important thing on this week for Strat. Like, try to get your bots down because
Yeah.
they just destroy you in these tracks. So,
I felt
although
like
Go ahead,
Shipyard was
Pepper.
the same way, especially since it was like Wario and Waluigi,
So
both of
many
which
bombs.
have bombs. Like
Mhm.
there were so many bombs that were just all over the place, and there were so many times where you just like, it takes you like 30 seconds to go like 40 feet in the game because it's just bomb after bomb
Yeah.
after bomb, and it's like,
Mhm.
I'm done.
I will say that, I mean, Meowser is super strong on this and is going to probably be your best bet for your highest score. But if you're really getting frustrated, I do think that either Boom Ouija, there's 2 coin boxers on the second shelf. You got Hakama and Kamek down there. And also, actually, if you are brave and you have Mario Chef up high, these courses are amazing for Lucky 7. I was kind of messing around with it because you can take an outside track along that's a longer one, and it sets you up perfect for Lucky 7. And it bottlenecks, especially this one. It like bottlenecks at a really tight space right after you hit a box. So if you can time it to where you get a Lucky 7 right in there, it's just like chaos and tons of hits. So yeah.
Chaotic beauty.
Yes.
Unless you're on the receiving end.
Don't play multiplayer on these maps.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
All right.
Anybody get
No.
Kart Pro yet?
I did.
I haven't even done multiplayer. No.
I'll do it in 13 days.
Yeah, me too.
I got really lucky today. I mean, I played it and got it in 3 races, and not
You
because I was
serious?
racing
Yeah,
amazing,
the
but
first day is
because
probably the easiest to get it done.
yeah, I think a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to do this, and so they just are like not racing because my 3 races were fairly easy.
Yep.
And my all-star multiplayer guy is Yellow Pit Crew Toad. That guy rocks. I just love him on multiplayer. He wreaks havoc, and he's really tiny, so people hate how small he is in the sense of he's hard to nail with a green shell. So
Mhm.
Okay, I'm
And
going
you
to
can
test
get
your
the giant
theory
banana
tonight.
first.
I'm going to test your theory tonight, and if it's accurate, we're going to totally cut that out so nobody knows.
yes, that's right. That's right. I
I'm
mean,
just
he's been
kidding.
great. I think Giant Banana's a little underrated in multiplayer, especially if you can front run and get one.
Yeah.
So cause a little chaos. But
I always
yeah.
just play at odd times. I always think to myself, like, when's a weird time for someone to play? And that's when I usually try to play a little bit, and it usually works out for me.
You guys are so smart.
Football games on the weekend, perfect time.
yeah, that's right.
Sure.
I'm going to play during the
Seriously.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, play during the Super
Yeah.
Bowl.
I'm
A
just
piece
kidding.
of cake.
I don't really get the badge. I don't really get the badge bots because I'll like play and it'll be over and over full badges, and I'll get irritated, quit the game, come back in. Then I'll get one where it's like 1 badge, and I'm like, oh, I don't know how they do this. It's so confusing,
Huh.
but yeah.
So what's your total ranked score projection?
Oh, total ranked score projection,
Go over to that next tab.
92.
Sweet.
So that's quite a bit more. I mean, I'm sitting at 70. What am I at right now? 79. So I mean, yeah, I can increase pretty solidly another 12,000 or so, 13,000.
Yeah. But the beauty
Nice.
in doing this too, like TorchieTorch earlier asked you if you were, was it the Starry Great? What was the item that you asked him if he was going to level up?
Yes, I think Starry Great Sale. It's at 4, and I've wanted to take it up for a while.
Yeah.
So
So like the beauty in doing this is like, especially now that Daily Selects is on lockdown, the question really remains like, does it help you?
Yeah.
in ranked and ACR.
Yeah, if you're to take it to 6, but it only gives you 2,000 more points.
But you don't-
You're 8,000 behind.
Yeah, I can
Or
even
it gives
check
you
it really
2,000 more
quick. Let's
points and
see.
you're 8,000 ahead.
Yeah.
If I took it to 6, oh, here, let's see. Put in the 28, 225.
So if you take it to
So yeah, I mean,
2,000
that's
more
decent.
points.
Another
Yeah.
2,000 points
so if you have to, you can. That's great.
for sure. But yeah, that is my week 1.
Oh.
I like it.
So
week 1 snapshot.
beforehand, I did text you guys to see if you were willing and able to run these new Los Angeles laps a little bit to see, because I haven't been able to really do very much at all, but I did listen to Sammy D's reaction. He drove it a couple of times, and he was saying that there are a couple of different kind of routes that you can take.
Mhm.
And so were you guys able to, I don't know if we just want to like kind of discuss it, or if you've maybe taken like some video and shown kind of the difference between the two, if you get more actions doing one route versus another. What do you guys think?
I took a few recordings, like I said, so I can show it and even just kind of, we don't necessarily have to watch it in real time if you guys don't want to.
Yeah, just like slow it down, kind
Yeah.
of point it out. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Stop. This one, let's see. I think this is the one, yeah. So, I mean, I ran it a lot of times. It really is not worth it to go on the far right side unless you're lucky 7 or something. It just, the piranha plants like really get you.
Okay.
And so, I mean, we can just watch and talk, but there's a center. It's lagging quite a bit though. So I mean,
forks here. So you go to the left. Oh, so there's 3 coins there.
So I just paused it really quick. So there's 3 coins. Yeah. So like, if you go left to that first piranha plant is always facing right.
Okay.
So it won't bite you. So you go left. I mean, you can go right, but it gets messy. I think going left is much more effective, and you can grab these 3 coins here.
Yeah, you're stretching the combo if you go right, because there are 3 coins on the right side.
They're
farther out, so you have to mini turbo one time before you get to them.
What I've noticed, I don't know if you noticed, Tim, but I've gotten through there and mini turboed, but then that second piranha plant, if you don't get just in the right space, he gets you almost 100% every time.
Yeah, it's really fast.
The second time I come through, we'll see it. I still go the same way, but I keep my drift close to the piranha plant so that I sneak under him.
Yep.
And then I can still get the 3 coins past it.
For sure. So I mean, yeah. So you go down this way, and it's a tight turn.
That's the tricky part for me.
You just got a mini turbo twice. I think that's normally what you can do. You can actually jump off of this right here. I just jumped over it. I think on lap 2 I get it.
Okay.
So you guys can see you can jump off those oil.
So here's the strat I would like to point out. If you could rewind, move it back
I'll
just
go back
a touch.
A little bit.
So what I've noticed is, all right here. So you're going over the ramps, and if you stay to the left and then get your drift going, you can actually collect like 2 or 3 of those coins that's on that first jump. So when you slide across, but you want to go from left to right because you want to set yourself up, because there's coins on the right
3
side.
more.
Yeah, there's 3 coins on the right side when you go over the jump.
You're right there over the jump
as well.
Yeah, right there. There's 3. Yep.
And these 3 coins are a pain to get if you don't jam yourself into the side. Almost like you really got to be over, because I've gotten sucked off of it multiple times, like just pulled off the line going up center ramp. So obviously I got a very good coin frenzy right there.
Yes.
And I think now I'll go to the So on your second lap, the piranha plant will be facing the inside track. So just go close to him so he doesn't get you.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then you hit that line.
So do both
this-
routes have 2 jumps and 3 coins? There's not an advantage. You
There
don't get,
are
like-
two, so there's 2 jumps, 3 coins on both sides.
Oh,
Just
okay.
like Tim was saying, like it's just the combo stretched a lot more going on the. It's you can get an extra action technically in the sense that you're having to pull another mini turbo, but it's just much more difficult to navigate.
Okay.
So
Is this the one that if you have Lucky 7 is good to take that
Yes.
outside one so you can try and purposely get behind a pack?
for sure, exactly. So if you're like front running,
Because this is
mean-
where right where he's at right now is where everyone kind of converges back together.
yeah. So bottlenecks all. I mean, I've gotten one Lucky 7 in here where I was just messing around, and it gets crazy because they're all bottlenecked in that little corner. It's a tight corner. So I think right here is where I hit the thing. So if you time it right,
Yep.
there it is. So if you see,
Yep.
you can jump off and hit it, boing, and get another action.
Oh, okay.
So
Can you go
But
back
also-
a tiny bit?
But also be careful because there is not an invisible wall
you
on
fall
the
off.
side, on the
Yes.
side of these ramps, so you will really easily fall off of them.
Go back
Exactly,
a-
dude.
Go back a little bit further. On the right hand side, it looked like there was a dirt jump.
There is, and there's
Yep.
it actually on another route on another track. It's a glider section.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
So-
next week on the normal version.
Okay.
This is the
So-
same version.
So you could, if you had a mushroom, you
Yeah.
get a quick mushroom or something, you're set up right. You could mushroom over and hit that ramp
Or
Cool.
Frenzy.
or frenzy. Yep.
Because
that
I think
probably
it
would
comes
be
right
better.
there. You'll have a Frenzy available
Yeah.
in the end version. And you can take that glider part for more extra actions.
And then I miss all those coins. Brutal. And then I get blue shelled.
No.
Happens,
was a good-
it happens.
It was a good run. It was a pretty
Yeah.
good run. And then I get and I
Impressive.
drop combo. Look at I barely drop combo as I
No.
get.
Oh,
That
that
sucks.
sucks.
I was so annoyed. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" It wasn't a high action run, but I just was like, I literally lost combo in like a millisecond.
And that was the
Yeah.
part again where I was saying if you come across for those coins, it really does set you up nice to jump back in place for the 3 that's actually on the ramp going up.
On the right
Yeah.
side of the course there, yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
So there's that. Yeah.
Left
And
box
then
Frenzy is not effective.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to
Great.
which
You get
It's
like
really
a third of the
close.
frenzy.
I don't remember. Oh, this is just another one. Let's see. Let's go to the other. Let's go to this guy. This is 2R, I
R.
believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
This was not a great run, but I just like I'll just record it. It's tough. You got to do two quick mini turbos here. This is a hard course if you don't have a high, like if you don't have a level 3 glider, it's gonna be
Rough.
rough. Because see how much open space there is. It's like you don't get a frenzy there. It's very very difficult. So and you can get hit by those.
Nice.
I took
Yeah,
this
they're
route.
like thwomps, right?
They are. So like
Yep.
I don't know if they actually smash you yet, but I mean the reason I took that route that I did, let me pause really quick. I tried a multiple different ways here. And for me, I think it's personal preference.
I agree. It's definitely
Um,
personal preference. For
I think
how you
personal
drift here.
preference is how you drift. Like for some reason, it just felt more natural for me to get better mini turbos by going left and right, left,
Yeah.
I would just was finding more rhythm that way.
A little bit, yeah.
And so, especially coming into this turn, like getting a quick mini turbo there and then kicking back out into the street. So I think it just depends on your own preference of how you play the game.
Yeah.
And if you're doing manual too, if you're manually doing manual drift or assisted.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that is 2R, and that's really the only recordings I got. I don't know if anyone else got some, and then I got really lucky. This is what you
Ooh.
want to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, right through this part.
Like
know?
you just, this is, yeah, I mean, I think
You're
probably
working
your
through it as
strat,
fast as you can.
Yeah.
I mean, your strat probably should be as Meowser is just keep resetting till you get a coin box frenzy right through there.
Yeah.
So that it just like, and then go and see how it pans out, because I was still learning the course, so even now I'm like, oh, mini turbo, trying to keep it up. So
Okay.
there it is.
Then,
Pretty low.
Little pro tip. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of it or not, but with a coin box, in order to be able to have the possibility of getting just 2 normal coin boxes in a row, you have to have finished the deployment of your first coin box before hitting the next set of item boxes in order to be able to get it. So if you run through item boxes with a coin box that's deploying coins, I think the game is programmed so that you actually can't roll another coin box. However, you can get a coin box frenzy.
I was gonna say, I think you can get a frenzy.
Before. Yeah. So
Wow.
that may or may not be like super common knowledge, but I just thought I'd bring it up to
Cool.
Cool.
Great
Well, I
information.
think-
That was
I can-
nice running through those.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
awesome.
So I think I can get out, unless you guys want to do anything else, I can stop sharing my phone screen. But
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. PepperRabbit, did you have anything? Did you I think you said you were going to try and see about recording some stuff?
Oh, I didn't record anything.
Oh, okay.
but-
Gotcha.
My notes are pretty much the same as Firestorm.
Okay.
Yeah, the inside route is pretty much what I would take. And then for 2R, it's kind of like a personal preference on how you're drifting at the moment. So you can take it really any way, and you're not going to get hit by a piranha plant on that version. So,
yeah. And they have
Biggest-
coins. I mean, each route on 2R, there's coins set out to help you maintain combo.
Yep.
And so, yeah.
and each way has the same amount of coins
Mm-hmm.
on
Okay.
all 3 versions that have different routes. The RT version does not have multiple routes. It's just one route
Oh.
on the left side when you do that.
That's what I didn't even get into next week Dixie Cup,
Yeah.
but I mean, Los Angeles 2T or 2RT, which is the one that you have, Penguinette.
Jealous.
Present-
I was
fans.
so happy.
That is a rough. I mean, a lot of people will have Yoshi Roo, but if you don't have him, I think a lot of people are going to be in trouble. I think a lot of people, because I mean, some people have Tanuki Cookie, as you guys were saying, made me laugh this
I
morning.
have her a level
Um,
1. Tanuki Cookie.
And so I have Peach Halloween at level 1, and I'm like, you are not getting any of my tickets, young lady. So it's going to be brutal next week, and I have no cart. So I'm probably going to do a YOLO, though. I don't know if you guys have talked about if anyone's pulling, but I'll probably do a YOLO for the cart, just a YOLO tenor, hopefully,
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
we'll see. That's
Well,
what I
your
might plan for the week.
Your luck with YOLOs lately. I think you need to tell us a little bit about
Yeah, what's
what
your
happened last tour, because this needs
Oh
to
my
go back to our
goodness.
original discussion. You remember our original discussion like a week and a half ago about a particular driver and a particular special pipe?
Well, I mean, I have Swimwear Rosalina has avoided me for a very, very long time. Like, I mean, I've pulled for her multiple times in the past, 2 years basically, and never gotten her. And so a couple little things of luck. I forgot to even share this on Discord. So the last day of the tour, or no, second to last day of the tour, I got 45 rubies as a TCP, and I
nice.
mean,
No
it's
way.
only second time it's happened.
I've never
And I
even-
thought to myself, I was like, this is it. I had a feeling. I was like, this is the time to pull for Swimmer Rosalina. I'm like, the game is telling me to do this. So I pulled a 10 pull, and I didn't get her. And I was like, I got a triple though. So I was like, oh man, I got like 2 carts and a glider,
Wait, a triple
um,
high end pull?
triple high end pull with the 45 rubies that the game gave me from TCP.
That's amazing.
But no drivers. So both drivers were left, 40 out of 50. And I was like, what do I do? Do I reset? Do I just do one? All the high ends were on the front end. Like I literally got like 2 carts in a row, then 2 normals and a cart. So I just told myself, I'm like, you know what? I get 5 more rubies for something. I don't think I had finished multiplayer last week. So I finished multiplayer and I had 5 rubies and I was like, just do single. And I got her.
Oh no.
Got her on a single.
On
It was
pool 11?
amazing.
It was crazy. And
Oh.
I was watching Frenzy Fans highlights when they got Hakama and you guys lost your minds. Like and
Yeah.
and that was me.
Shameful.
That was me in my house and I like scared my wife. I was like sitting down and I just pulled and I was like, no. And then the star popped and I was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, ah! Like I just started screaming. And she was like, what's going on? And I was yelling. I was like, I got her. And she's like, what's going on? She has no idea. She's just like, so it was fun. So that was really fun. And I mean,
That's awesome.
I'd like to put some tickets into her. I really would. She actually does, she covers, at least for my account, I mean, because I have all the coin boxers, she's fairly not as effective as she could be in other accounts, but she still has unique tracks that always kill me. Like some of these unique tracks that I don't have coin boxer on, she has I think she has 3 or 4 unique tracks where she's the only coin boxer.
So that's how you brought it up.
It kills me every time.
That's how you brought it up last week. Was you said something to the effect of like that moment when everyone in your ranked has swimmer Rosalina and you don't, and then I responded. I was like, but she's in a special pipe. Like, are you gonna pull for her? And you're like, nope. I never have any luck with her. It's never gonna happen. And then 4 days later, you're like, I got it on a single. I was like, what? And I was like, I wish
it was crazy.
And you're like, yeah, I was blowing my mind just like when you guys got Hakama. And I was like, oh, I'm so happy for you. That's so awesome.
It was fun. It was a really fun thing. And I actually did the numbers. I used the calculator. So I was like, hey, if I take her up to, I think I could take her to 5, I think, if I really had wanted to. If I had taken her to 5 and I could have easily double uncapped her, I could have gotten second in ranked, but with the ticket changes, it honestly pushed me out of doing it. I was like, I don't want to spend all of these. I think I also wouldn't have needed to spend maybe a cart ticket too. So it was like, all right, I'm going to do 8 tickets worth of stuff to get second. And I was like, that's just not really worth 20 rubies. So decided against it, but maybe in the future.
Yeah, but now you have her. So if the opportunity arises, then
for sure,
at least you have the possibility of doing it. So
that's right.
Here's something else to think about while you did rank down last week, right?
I did rank down.
And now you're first this week. So
on day one,
you have room to improve. You can get what's it called? The
new cart.
Wild Slugger as cart reward.
Mm-hmm.
You said that you had no cart on 2RT. Now that is a cart on 2RT, so you could technically have a cart there.
It's true.
That's my only hope too.
If I did a YOLO, it would be later. I mean, I probably wouldn't YOLO pull until next week and be like, all right, now I'll do a YOLO on the because it'd be fun to get charge and check, but I'm not going to go deep for him. So I also am really crossing my fingers that Sky Tour, I'm kind of saving because Sky Tour is my birthday tour.
Mine too.
And I'm kind of secretly hoping they launch PD Piranha and blow everybody's mind.
That'd be cool.
But I don't know if it'll happen. But that's my dream right now. Is blow everybody away and drop PD Piranha on Sky Tour. So.
Wait, it's both of your birthday tours? Can we get cupcakes for our Strat Chat? I'm going to send everybody cupcakes.
That's right. Super fun.
Instacart you a cupcake.
But I will say, I mean, I think you asked it at the very beginning, initial reactions, but I feel like other than the ticket drama, Mario Kart Tour's kind of kicking it out of the park right. They're kind of nailing it right now. I feel like just in content, so it's just fun. These tracks feel fun, or they're just fun to drive, and new characters all over the place. I mean, I think that's what it should be. you got the people that are going to be pulling big golf people, loving the golf, loving the classic look, going for those carts and those drivers. And so I think they're nailing it right now. So
I think they've upped their game with the carts too. So like even going back to like the Lunar Cruiser, like when I saw that in the YouTube
Legit.
review video, I was like, there goes 9 tickets. There goes 14 tickets. I think I took it to 7 and triple uncapped.
Yep.
And then like the
Vampire Fire,
the Tiger Bruiser, and then this Whoppermobile. Like I don't know, like it feels like there was a stint there for a while where there was just like a bunch of reskins, right? Mm-hmm. They're just kind of like taking the base frame of something and kind of like recoloring it.
Yeah.
And now I feel like, we've got this is the 5th tour in a row now where there've been new courses and these carts are cool, these characters are cool. It's like, whoa.
Mario and his elves are busy at work.
Yeah.
Does Mario have elves? What do we call them?
Toads?
His little toad helpers.
I like it.
It's great. So fun.
Well, thanks guys for doing a little strat chat tonight. We'll have to since I think we're starting to get back in a little bit more of a normal schedule. We're gonna see if we can maybe do another one next week for the second week's ranked.
Yeah.
And maybe even kind of tack on like a ride along. So if you guys are interested in kind of like recording some of your fun ones, kind of like how we do, but the idea is we're trying to get more of the Frenzy fan community kind of involved with the stuff that we've been doing. So, because I think it just it's kind of fun sharing the experience. So
absolutely.
Sure.
So yeah, we'll try and get that going next week. So thanks everyone for joining us.
And we're gonna, before we end.
Thank you so much. I always think that like, okay, here comes the end of the episode.
Do not rob me of my gratitude circle.
And I've actually been looking forward to this all day because we had one this morning that I really liked, and I was like, I can't wait to hear what the Frenzy friends, Frenzy family, what their thing is.
Don't worry, I'm here to cut you off.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Do we have a gratitude circle? Is that what we're gonna call it? What can we call it when we're like with people?
Grateful, thankful, people forum, experience sharing time.
Yes, come up with an acronym for that. We'll call it GET.
There you go.
I feel like everyone needs a sharing stick.
Yes.
That's right.
All right, who wants to start?
So I love last week or 2 weeks ago when I think it was at Firestorm, you said that your daughter, she was in
that was so cute.
A gymnastics competition, something like that.
She was.
And then afterwards you shared the picture of her with her medal on, and I just about melted. I couldn't take it.
Yep.
The cuteness was just too much for me to handle.
Yeah.
So
it is pretty cute seeing just a bunch of little 6-year-old girls try their hardest at a gymnastic competition.
I love it so much.
Definitely heart melting. So,
well, let's start with Firestorm then. You already put him on the spot.
Grateful, thankful. I would probably say we have some good friends that are down here. I think the benefit I grew up in Southern California. I actually live in Orlando, Florida now. So, House of the Mouse. So if anyone's ever down here visiting, it's super fun because
2 weeks.
So the place, hit me up. Maybe we can meet up and hang out or do something. I don't know. But it's fun because a lot of people come here. A lot of people come and visit. And so we have some good friends that we haven't seen in several years that are here just visiting, doing some Disney, doing some fun Orlando touristy stuff. And so we've gotten to hang out with them the past couple of nights, and that's been super, super fun. And they have 2 older kids who are just really sweet and play with my kids and have a lot of fun. And we have a really big backyard, and so it's just fun hearing all the laughter and fun happening out in the backyard. So
I love that.
That's cool.
But for real, we'll be there in 2 weeks. Let's date night it up.
Yeah, for sure.
I got really excited all of a sudden.
You're like, hey.
I have an annual pass. Our whole family has annual passes. We know Orlando really well, so just DM me. We can talk.
It's a business conference, but we will probably come out like 2 days earlier. So
The funny thing is I knew you were from Orlando. Like we've talked about this before, but for some reason, when you had just mentioned it now, I was like, oh, because we were just talking about
I was like, have you asked for the days off work yet?
trying to get me to work remotely for that week. And so, yay, this is going to be fun. And is that going to be the Sky Tour?
Oh, birthday tour together?
Wait,
That'd be cool.
What day's your birthday? Or you?
I think
we
it's
can
too.
talk about
I think
it.
it's too early, but yeah, we can talk.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think it's too early.
We digress.
All right, Pepper Rabbit, you're up. Where do you live and when are we going to visit you?
Give
I
us
live
your
in-
address.
I live in near Baltimore. I
4 weeks, we're going to be there.
There's nothing really going on at the moment. But for me, thankful for family time. On Thursdays, me and my family, we every night at 6 o'clock we go bowling in a league,
I love that.
That is awesome.
and it's a family occasion. We're all pretty good at the sport, so
I was going to say,
Yeah.
rumor has it you're really, really good.
I am okay.
Tell us, okay, what's the highest score you've ever gotten?
I've gotten a 300
Yeah, I was going to say, I remember you telling me that you got the 300.
about 2 years ago.
Oh,
That's
buddy.
amazing.
Was your heart just like pounding out of your chest on like the 10th and 11th frame?
Uh,
The last ball, I didn't throw it as well, and I somehow still got a strike. But I was pretty consistent the rest of the game.
So are you
Yeah.
hoping for a bowling character?
Oh, that'd be cool. I don't know. We'll see. But that'd be cool.
Amazing.
That would be fun.
I mean, King Bob-omb's like a giant bowling ball, so
Right, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
Huh.
The big
we don't have a
bomb.
bowling player, just a bowling ball.
Cool. So have you been bowling lately, like with COVID and everything? Are there still lanes that are open?
Yes.
You're open
All throughout fall, we've been bowling every week, pretty much.
Fun.
So you're in leagues and stuff with you have like a league with your friends and a league with your family?
No, I usually just bowl with my family.
Okay.
It's a Thursday from the winter, spring season is all one season, and then sometimes in the summertime I bowl with my brother and my dad.
I love that so
My
much.
mom's yeah, it's a good time.
And do you have like I've never like seen them in real life, but just like on the bowling movies, they have like some type of like
The bowling
special like glove thing that like.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I do not, but I see a lot of people with them. You don't technically need it. I don't use one. I get away
Okay.
with it. So
All right. So I was just wondering if that was like a kind of like a Hollywood thing, or if it's like no, legit. If you're actually taking the thing seriously, like bowling seriously, you pretty much have to have one. Or is that for like people that like may have had like a sprain or like need more support, or like what's the
Yeah,
reason behind the?
I feel like it's a stability thing.
Okay.
Mhm.
I don't technically need that, but it probably helps people stabilize their wrist a lot better than somebody else that maybe has carpal tunnel or something like that. I don't know.
Okay. Cool.
It's like the gaming, the thumb socks for your phone.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
need to get one of those.
Some people use it, some people don't.
We ended up getting like 20 of those.
hmm
Oh, yeah, PepperRabbit,
Yeah.
you got them. Do you use those for
Yes,
Mario Kart?
every time. Yep.
Wow. How long does one of those last you usually?
I got
Until I lose
these
it.
last May, and I still have my original set.
Man.
I think I got like 5 of them or so. 2 are unopened, and I've used about 3 of them, but I still use every single one of them. Like
So
here
they're
and there.
durable. It's not like you go
Yeah.
through them like once every tour or something.
I feel like
Correct.
Pepper's like a pro. I'm over here amateur hour without my thumb. I need my
Watching
thumb.
Carlos definitely made me a lot more into this game, less casual, and
Yeah.
actually going for ACR. It wasn't for Carlos. I probably would not do ACR every tour right now. So
That's cool.
Well, my thumbnail's starting to grow back a little bit. It's a little
Oh,
bit
yeah.
still. But I did
I
buy
always
those
have to
for
clip those.
thumbs.
Takes
I
a
always
little
have
bit
to
to
put my
get used to.
fingernail. Yep.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Because your thumb just slips differently than what
Like
you
a slip and
you're used to.
slide.
Yep.
Cool. Well,
There's
talk to
nothing
you.
worse in Mario Kart than a sweaty thumb.
True.
Like your thumb's getting
Yeah.
like caught and like it's the worst.
Yeah.
Yep.
I should try it because I do get sweaty thumb every now and again.
I bought a pack of 20, so go for it.
Can I have one?
Just one.
You can survive with 19.
I have one by my nightstand, one in the movie room.
Yeah, me too. I have one on my nightstand. Yeah.
They're all
Wherever you
orange.
At my
You won't
desk.
like them.
Yeah.
happen to have the urge to play Mario Kart, so there's got to be one in the bathroom then,
Oh, God.
Nope.
For the YOLO 10 pull.
right? Crapper temple.
Rapper 10.
That's unsanitary. Nobody needs a glove in there. All right. On that note, TorchieTorch.
I'm sorry. I'm batting
Yeah,
1,000 tonight, aren't I?
I'll keep it simple. I'm really thankful for all the content creators because there's a lot of differing opinions, and I think it's not that everyone clashes, it's just that everyone kind of accepts that there's different avenues of the game, and it meshes so well, and everyone's willing to listen to everybody's opinion, from free to play with Kevin Garrett, from a little bit more whalish to all the way up to Carlos. It's not just taking one person's word as the gospel and that's the only way to play. It's everyone's found a way to live in this space and to collaborate and to be part of each other's community. It's not me, it's not you, it's there is that, of course, you want to grow your own channel and do those things, but a lot of it is it's us. And I mean, I heard Sammy mention your channel today on his reaction, and it's just everyone mentions everybody, and it's not just my channel, my way of doing things. It's really an us mentality, and that makes it great. I really think that's what supports the game to a higher level. It's not me, it's not you, it's us.
One of the quotes I live by, I've said it before, I think, but it's like a rising tide lifts all ships, right? Like, we're all in this together. We all want the community to grow. We all want to see each other succeed. And I like that.
100%.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very awesome.
Hey, you're up.
Okay. Does anyone have anything else that they want to
No.
add or share or comment on? Because
You can wrap it up.
so the
for
funny
us.
thing about Zoom is we haven't figured out to see where the ticker is. Like whenever we record our normal one, I can see and we're 40 minutes in right now. I have no clue.
We can look at the clock. And
We
see
might
when
be
started.
pushing
Or an
Hour
hour
45
46.
about.
an hour 45.
But
Yeah.
here, okay, so for everybody watching, we don't mean to leave you out, but we usually get on here and hang out for 15, 20 minutes and just talk about random stuff before we ever start really filming. So I feel like we've been here for a long time, but it's been fun.
So anyway, I appreciate all three of you for joining us this week on this edition of Strat Chat. And we do want to make it known that all Frenzy friend and Frenzy family members it's part of a perk of the membership of joining the Discord and being at the friends or the family membership. And so
Come hang out with us.
we appreciate you guys for supporting us and letting us know that this is something worthwhile for you and other people in the community. And so we look forward to having you guys on more in the future. And for those that may be watching that want to participate in either a Strat Chat or our pipe pulling party videos, super easy. Just go to frenzyfans.com and check out all the information for either just joining the Discord for free or doing the friend or family member stuff. And if you have questions, you can, I'm sure, chat with all these guys in the YouTube chat. They're always commenting on our videos. You can ask questions to see what it's like or what have you. So anyway, we appreciate everyone. Super grateful for you guys for taking time tonight. I was super excited. I've been looking forward to this all day. It was a long day at work, and this morning I was like, I really hope we can get some fun people and just hang out, talk Mario Kart, and just enjoy each other's friendship. So,
And he's not even saying that just for you guys. He literally texts me throughout the day. He's like, "Oh, I'm so excited for Strat Chat."
yeah. So, and the more the merrier too. Last week we had Big Brolo. He joined us. He wasn't able to join us tonight. He had some scheduling conflicts, but I think he's going to be around for next week. And we can even get more. We do like to kind of just keep it to like maybe one person driving the calculator and stuff, but it's always fun to have other people,
Come hang out.
giving input and hanging out and just chatting and stuff like that. So anyway, we look forward to meeting more of you. And until the next episode, may the frenzies be forever in your favor.
See you guys later.
Bye.
All right, guys. I'm ready to dance. I'm just kidding.